Hey, Charles. Welcome back. Making big signings in Dallas right now. Mavs. House. The real D-Town, Dallas. Big D. I don't know what they call it in Detroit. And we're not trying to alienate our Detroit viewers. Because Jay is from somewhere. Are you Detroit or was it? Something with a D. It starts with a D. So say that to say, no, I'm joking with you. Anyway, welcome back to the Red Room Talk Show. Red Room Dallas, Red Room Talk Show. We are back, y'all. Huh? You do, man. So tonight, man, we got a few good topics for you, man. So our first question is dating is potential an illusion when it comes to dating and or relationships? Do you meet somebody and you date them or feel like you're going to be with them based on their potential, not necessarily realizing they may or may not make it? So how do we maneuver that, one, and have you done it? So that's what we're starting with, and then we're going to go all over the place because you know us, we talk a lot, and then we talk a lot more. So, so before we get started, we're gonna make some introductions. You got anything coming up? We're gonna say at the beginning and the end. If you got anything coming up this week or coming up soon, let us know. So we can come out support, or send our representatives to support. Some of us. So we're gonna start from my left this time. What you got going on, Super?
Going on, everybody? It's your messaging. Each and every Friday, Club Manhattan, and next Saturday, out there with on Facebook, messaging.
Oh, he does not have OnlyFans.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Nicole, cousin of the Red Room. What's up, Omar?
Oh, okay. So she looked around the room. I'm like, nobody here named Omar. Nobody a whole ninja. Omar, pull up. That's what I'm talking about. What's good, Omar? Hey, okay, guess who here, Omar?
Hey y'all, I'm Scarlett. I have nothing coming up, but I do ask that you follow the Red Room on Snap.
Snapchat, you're going to get a lot of interesting pictures. You might even get some, no, you would not have Red Room penis pics.
No.
But, okay, go ahead.
This girl, J Bay.
Hey,
What's
Bay.
going on? I'm the vanilla bean of the Red Room, and we're gonna keep it that way. And yeah. Hey, y'all. What? Baby's neck is crooked a little bit, but it's leaning to the left. He gonna make it. Go to an orthopedist.
What's going on, y'all? It's Earl in the building. My birthday's in 20 days.
And Earl is in these streets. He
For the
kid
summer.
free.
Kid free.
For the summer. And he got a Hummer for the ride with him. I'm sorry.
That Hummer got it's called gas, man.
Okay. Walk with him. Parks, he like long walks in the park.
We're going to take that dart.
And the train is fast. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Latin cigar. In my lane, living life.
Okay. And it's Keelan, Lifestyle Unlimited Club. Make sure you go to the website and join. If you say you saw it on here, I give you a 1 month free. Got 1 month free membership for seeing it on here and saying I saw it on the Red Room Talk Show. And that's all I got happening right now. Oh, and like and subscribe. So follow us on YouTube, like and subscribe. You can get us on all social media. You can see us live on here, and you can also find us every Monday morning. We release an episode. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you listen to it on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, on everything. Red Room Talk Show. You'll find us. We there. No, that's on the 20th. I got clips on the 20th and 27th. I got 2 this month. I speak because we're having a party at the Pink.
Pink.
That's the name of his Pink.
Down in the valley.
It's gonna be a party. You don't want to be
Well,
there.
close we can get without being there.
Trust me.
So yes, that's gonna be something else. So stay ready, y'all. Now they know that, man. So look, is dating potential? Dating, or do you date somebody because of their potential, or do you decide to be in a relationship with somebody because of their potential? Not necessarily. And when I say potential, well, first of all, we all understand the first time we meet somebody, we meet their representative. So we got about three or four dates to actually get to see them and get to know them.
You think it's 3 or 4 days?
To actually get to know them? Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
There's no actual time frame on it. I mean, if it's after 3 months, y'all had 3 days and 3 months, you probably never get to know that person. But if you don't, so yeah, I'll tell you. Hey, our studio artist member, one of our studio artist member, he's not as quiet as he thought he was over there. So I'm gonna have to ask him to bring that down just a little bit. Yeah, smooth conversation. But no, I think it takes more than one date. But I do think about third or fourth date, and it doesn't. I don't think it matters the time frame because you start to get comfortable after about 3 or 4 days. So certain things start to slip, certain things start to change. You start to see certain things, and by date 2 or 3, you start seeing patterns. Well, it might not be the whole pattern, but you'll start seeing some things that you might like or not like. The way they treat the staff, the way they do this, and you're like, talk to the waiter or the waitress, you know what I'm saying? And it might be consistent with them. So that's when you kind of start to see the chinks in the armor, in my opinion.
So is that their potential or like?
No, that's their representative. So that's the representative aspect. The potential side of it is you see this person, a representative is on point on point right now. And y'all get to talking and you see certain things in them and say, well, based on what you said, a trillionaire. Right? But you're not there. But I think I can help you get to that next level. Or I want to be on the ride with you and I'm going to help boost you and support you to get there. That's the potential. And then you start doing the things to help them get there. Now, whether they make it or not, that's a totally different story. But you're seeing the potential. You're saying, I want to be with you based on, I can see us going here. I can, like people say, I can see us being a power couple. But then we don't make power couple status. It's just a couple. It's just a couple. Yeah. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I think everybody does. Point. Yep.
True.
Like,
that's cold move. That's cold move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone dates with that I guess the aspect of thing is I don't think it but I feel like everybody that didn't date like that, everybody would be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I know I have.
I would agree and disagree with you. Just me observing people. Let me preface by saying not sexist or anything in any way, but what I have seen.
Not racist, but.
But I'm about to say something racist.
Go ahead.
Women do that more. They will date a guy for, I think he'll be a good father. I think he's going to be a provider. I think he'll be this. I think he'll be that. Dudes, we don't care. We take you as you are right then. You grow. But we're not going to pick you if we can't be comfortable with who you are at that time.
True.
I mean,
we do
based on
too.
whether they're gonna be good moms, good partner. I don't think it's the same thing.
Yeah, we
I'll say that honestly.
If you're like a family oriented person, and if that's what you're,
I'll put it to you like this: as a man, weaknesses help naturally. Goes us
be a balance to it.
Balance too.
Yeah.
That's who we typically. Yeah, we do it. We just don't do it in a. You know what I mean?
I got a question.
Wait, so if y'all naturally gravitate are there so many? Like, how do I word this? If y'all naturally gravitate towards women, build and do all that, y'all got so many. Like, why y'all got so many? Why are there so many other females? If you have this one gravitate and build towards, why are there so?
Just because, yeah. What thing is, yeah, everybody, all dudes not on it, but just because they built your weakness doesn't mean that everything else balances. Like the sex might be horrible. They're a great business person. That all depends. That's a business decision that you have to make in your relationship. There's a lot of people together because they are a power couple, and it just works for them. And
but
then
behind closed doors.
Yeah, behind closed doors. And next thing you know, they got this special arrangement. I do what public.
How the Red Room started.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily lifestyle. That's just life choice. Yeah, that's
just life choice. Yeah,
because sexually y'all may not be compatible, but everything else may be amazing. And so you have to have a mic.
Oh, baby.
So go ahead.
So men, how do you? Like, what if they?
There gotta be some give. There gotta be some give. Because if
you gotta compromise somewhere.
Yeah.
You literally gotta compromise somewhere. Because basically what's happening, y'all two gonna cheat. Probably both of y'all.
Yeah,
y'all
most
might
likely.
not tell each other. Cheating.
Yeah. Every time I walk in the house, both of us smiling, happy, and so. And I'm good. I'm like, oh, you happy? Yeah, you happy? Yeah. All right, let's go make money. Yeah, we had.
Tell me why you had to smile yesterday.
Don't even want to know why you had to smile yesterday.
Like, some people will never mature, but have a power couple. And it's a couple of them out there that just work with each other. And they call it's a business. You know, you financially on the kid look like it's a whole fairy situation. 9 times out of 10. Or they have a special arrangement.
You'll see them online all the time. You'll see like these big couples that's making millions online, and then all of a sudden they fall apart. He was cheating on her, and the world can't believe it. They most likely been doing that. It just they slipped up.
Yeah, that came out.
Something happened. They probably been doing it.
Because I actually had
they was good together.
I said, because now Lily, I got somebody came at me like that. Just want to be a power couple. You know, just hey, you do what you do, I do. We come together, we make millions.
Gally said, all right, cool.
Truth, I haven't said cool yet though.
I'm still waiting the wings.
I haven't said cool yet. I haven't said cool. Okay. I have not said cool.
This is a whole new story.
I'm just trying to see.
Confused.
What I'm waiting on.
Question. Hold on.
So
it sounds like a perfect situation for you. For you.
Nah, nigga like love.
That's not Black love. I'm gonna tell you something. That man just said something so profound. Black love ain't dead, and black men love love. That's what I'm talking about.
We've been on this show.
I want that guy to come to the Rooom Talk Show. We already know that note.
I'll go back and look at the
Wait a minute.
video.
We've been on this show over a year. Over a year. I almost knocked your glasses off because you ain't seen clearly.
Wow.
He said he on his that I need love.
What's what I've always have. I ran into it once. Actually twice.
Okay.
One time he heard me, the other time I fucked it up.
Oh, okay.
So that's the last one that just got away. Last one just got away. But we're not gonna
have to run these old videos back.
We're not gonna go into that. I mean, but I've always had.
Y'all let it be.
You know what? I've
always have though.
Yeah, we've been on this show long enough that a lot of us have seen a lot of different views.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Kane has been the most pimping son of a gun. So when I see that brother have a breakthrough, and that brother say, "I want to love," and he could have made niggas. He never was an opportunity to make millions. You know what I said? I just want to love. That's a breakthrough. I think.
And he said it sounded real vulnerable too, po baby.
So therefore, like that to say,
he almost had the tear like Denzel in Glory. He almost had the tear. I'm about to buy my dude some love, man. That's coming.
Because black men cry too. We don't just cry in the dark. We cry in public, man. That's the I feel you, brother. You stay strong. You keep looking for love. It's out there for all of us.
Hey, we doing interviews.
Exclusive.
Cali
Oh my goodness.
If y'all don't pass
Oh,
us,
you
then
know what? That's a good ass show.
Cali
Cali
Love
Love.
anyway.
Cali Love.
Yeah.
Cali Love. That's a show
Cali
coming out
Love.
soon.
Coming out soon.
If
Hey,
y'all
if
don't-
you
if
want to
y'all don't
put
make
in your
the first round,
application,
then don't worry about it.
So now let's get back to
applications
this.
coming out
Have
later.
y'all dated somebody because of their potential? Have y'all been in a relationship with somebody because of their potential? Or do you think somebody's been in a relationship with you because of your potential? Right? I think at the point I've been in a relationship with somebody because I saw their potential.
Correct.
And it wasn't realized. It was like, no. And then I think I've been in relationships where people saw my potential and said, okay, well, maybe we wasn't going the same direction. We had potential was different. Direction was different. They want to go this way, I want to go this way, but we saw the big picture. So it's have y'all been in that situation? And what did it look like for y'all?
I've been there. I mean, my bad. Let's see what. I've been there. I raised somebody to their potential. And then after was okay, got a little stagnant. But as far as then they probably got with me just because of me wanting to I can raise them to their potential and they can move and still maneuver.
The circles change.
Yeah, circles change and vibe change and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say I was used, but I raised people to their potentials.
Did you feel used?
No, I didn't feel used. I mean, I didn't feel used because basically I saw potential in them.
Yeah. So what you needed?
I saw potential in them. I saw potential in them, so I raised them to the potential where they could be, so that's all it was.
No, I have, and it was they were able to keep up their. And you've been trash this whole time. It's a good magic trick,
Right.
pulled.
Yeah.
How long?
He kept it up. Yeah, he
We'll
practiced
see.
on this.
I mean, because it's hard. So, like, from my perspective, I seen the potential. I married the potential. Just for instance, right? And I tried to hold on. I tried to hold on to the potential even when I seen the representative Ontario. And that was hard because I made these commitments and I was like, I'm still rock with it. I think there's still hope a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us women are like that, especially if you overly commit to something. And that was always my thing. I was very hyper and like when it came to loyalty, commitment, I was hyper in it. As opposed to know your limits, bitch. Know your limits. You know what I'm saying? So like with that, and I'm not pointing the finger at him per se, because in a lot of ways, some people don't know what their potential is because you see it and sometimes they don't see it. So I was so focused on what I see him to be, and he just seeing him where he was at. And so then you just got to make the decision. Do you see yourself with that person in the right now? And if yes, then you deal with that bullshit. If not, then you part ways from it.
Did you feel like look back on oh my God, told me, but then when I really tell me nothing, like they actually showed me themselves from the beginning because I was desperate at the time. I would use desperate. I agree. I was desperate. I was so desperate that I saw what I wanted versus very.
So Maya Angelou said, show. I mean, but she really said, let a person tell you, don't let a person tell you who they are more than once. Even though that's not the verbatim, but that's really the consensus. You know what I'm saying? But that's what stuck with me for a long time, because a lot of times they will tell you who they are, but he cute, or his sex is good, or he ain't really mean it like that, because you didn't have that conversation. You didn't dig deeper into the whys behind what he was doing, because you make an assumption, and the assumption is convincing to your brain, so you continue on, and that's usually the problem. A lot of us do it. I mean, hell, you do it with your job. Sometimes you be like, I know this is a bullshit ass job, but I'ma still fuck with it because it's paying me on Friday.
Right, I'm gonna be on Friday.
So we do it.
I'm gonna be on Friday,
So we do it with many things. I think a lot of it is just knowing when to hold and when to fold.
Yeah.
Because potential is everywhere. You get a job, you looking at the potential of the income, you looking at the advancement, you looking at the ability to learn something new, you looking at the ability to be a manager, you looking at the ability to be there for 15, 20 years. You get to year 2, you like, all right, I don't know if I can make it 20. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And even like you find out with family, the potential of how your family is. There's components to that too. You be like, we were supposed to be like the Huxtable. That shit ain't true. You know what I'm saying? You look, because some people try and live the lie because it's pretty, as opposed to living through the actual truth, which is got its ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. Yeah.
Some days. Here you go. After 9 months, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna fuck you for 9 months.
I'm gonna see your
realize
potential.
you 9 months with this magic penis. You ain't gonna make it. That's how you feel.
That right there is why, for a woman, from a woman's perspective, that's one reason why women overlook all the red flags, because the dick was good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing. He done did with X, Y, and Z with the left side of his hip and all that shit. He done flipped you, grabbed your ass cheeks, all that stuff. And then you sitting there looking in the mirror like, oh.
No, because it's real. Like, when you mad at him, you done came to a realization that this nigga trash. Then he know you know he trash, and he come in, put his dick on you.
Like this.
And you be like, yeah, okay, maybe he really ain't trash. I was just upset.
I'm just playing. But I love him.
But nah, it takes me 9 months to even get with the shit.
To get what?
To even get with the shit.
So it take you 9 months. So you ain't. So you basically what you saying is you don't F on the first in 90 days. So what you mean? What is getting with?
Emotionally or something, or talking about being exclusive? If you're gonna be exclusive.
Oh, you said so. You have
exclusive look like to you.
So what he's saying is.
He
said 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so question: What is he? Callie just disclaimed that he waits 6 to 9 months. So what is the waiting period that you decide on exclusivity if we're talking about potential?
That depends on the person.
Where you at?
Yeah, I went. Most of the time, mine was about 6 months, where it says, you know what, we've been vibing, and usually they were like, hey, I want to be. Now I got to make a decision. Well, I was enjoying when you there doing your thing. I was doing my thing. I was cool. So that's the decision, because I understand now when we become a couple, that changes all our dynamics. That changed, now I got to think in us instead of in me. I got to think in what I'm doing. Changed a lot, right? So it takes me about, I'm with Kane, probably about 6 to 9 months. And we can have sex on the first night. I'm 100% cool with that, because that's not going to change my thought process in 6 to 9 months. I appreciate the fact we didn't have to wait this long. We got the compatibility part out the way. Okay, you seem like you're going to be cool. For me, yeah. Yeah.
We having sex on the first that you're okay with
who you are.
It doesn't. You're not trying to. Oh, I don't want him to think nothing else less of me. Or not.
To me, that's not a deterrent of how I'm going to feel about you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I went, oh shit, man, I really like this chick, and I got something tonight.
That still don't. Like for me, go ahead.
Well, I was about to say, I think the timeline just depends on where you are, just your age. Like if you 20, 20, 21, you out there having fun, 24, 25, I want to settle down now, maybe. Or you want to be for the streets. Then once you hit about 30, it just depends. It depends on the person. It depends on the age. Streets.
Once again, I'm going to tell you something. The men on this panel right now, we've been as honest as we can be. If we can get that from everybody, that'll be amazing.
Look, like
we've been honest tonight. Brother.
I think, how long were we together? Like 11 years. So, look, we got the kids. Like right now, I'm making sure they're good and I'm taking care of me.
That's right.
Like you got to cleanse yourself, go out there and just restart. Because shit, it's been a decade. So I don't know what outside look like.
It's way different. It's way different when you went in and when you came out. Way different.
That shit's trash.
Yeah. So it's
True shit. Fucks me up.
Whole different environment now. You don't know what the hell who is who.
Yeah, and the King Earl is right, man. When you leaving out, especially a long-term relationship, it's way different. And so you even trying to figure out who he got to figure out who he is again, because when you're in a relationship, especially that long, your game get destroyed. So you don't even know if you can still spit like you used to.
I won't say destroyed. It's more so.
Hey, how you doing? He just spoke. He said hi.
Walk up to you with that 1990 rap.
Man, you right? Yeah, it make us rusty. Well, we rusty. You know what? We horrible and we rusty. It was rusty when we first touched. When we first get out of a relationship, our relationship, I get rusty.
Honestly, you know, a male's game
Queen.
is really
Good
based
morning,
on his
Queen.
confidence. That's really all it is.
I mean, yeah. And a lot of times a man fresh out.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's true.
That's really he trying to.
And you wasn't using it either. You wasn't out there actively using the things that made women smile just because you could flirt. You brought your flirting in. I'm flirting with her, but now you back out here and now you got to flirt.
Sandra said it's like riding a bike.
You want to bike with that big wheel in the front and that little in the back. Yeah, it ain't like shit.
I mean, but I know exactly what you're saying, because like the moment I chose to walk away from mine, I was like, at first I'm like, damn. Like, I'm used to this every day, like the same, even if it wasn't the best routine, it was still a routine. Yeah. So I get what he's saying. So going outside, it was like, felt like Hakeem from Coming to America. I'm so happy to be here. I am.
And then you forget how you look.
Yeah, so, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you forget that you are nice with the person because your person was so used to you that you were just regular to them. And so you felt regular at home, then you step out and you actually by yourself. People say, oh, you're a nice looking person. You're like, no, I'm just regular. Yeah, and they were like, no, for real.
Then you start looking around at your competition, you're like,
I look better than this nigga.
Yeah. You forget, you lose a lot of that in that relationship. You'll lose that, and it's simple because you have eyes on a person, you want to be with that person, it's not working out, and now you gotta get back in this pool, and this pool is a little bit deeper.
This pool murky.
And there's more people in the pool now. So it used to be a couple of people. Now it's like hundreds of people in the pool.
That shit real murky now in that pool. That pool's like sludge now, boy.
Kelly say you got to really find somebody in this pool.
You looking for the lifeguard? There's a lifeguard on the edge.
That's what the people say. The dating pool got a little pee-pee in it now.
So have y'all been with anybody and y'all helped them realize their potential? Have y'all been with anybody and they made it?
Yeah, my last one. I helped her realize what she at now.
That's true.
Where she at now? I helped elevate her to where she at now, and she's doing great and all this stuff like that. So I wish her the best, and it is what it is. Mm. I have no hard feelings about it. I saw the potential in her, helped her. She's moving. So
yeah, I've done the same. I've done the same with my ex. I did the same when she was doing shit. Here, let me help you. Let me make sure. Okay, you don't have any money. Here, take this. Go do this. Go make sure you got that. Let me pay for this. Make sure you got everything. And when it started being successful and she became successful, it was cool. I wasn't mad. Even when we split up, I wasn't mad. I was like, okay, cool. You did your thing. And I saw what you could do. And even when she was like,
and you can even do,
like, you got this shit. You can do this.
And my ex can even do more. My ex can even do more, but I'm not going to. That's not my job no more.
That's not your job anymore.
It's not my job no more.
I no longer work at that place.
Yeah, I happen to resign, so yeah, I no longer work at that.
What about y'all? What about anybody else? Have y'all done that?
Said I resigned.
I mean, I don't think, because I personally have not had very many real relationships to say that I've built someone up. I have male friends that I feel like I've been a great value adder to, you know what I'm saying? So like, because of my experiences, get like business and stuff like that, I'm able to give, and then I get kudos for it down the line, and I might get the you got away type shit, but we were never exclusive to where I could say he was my boyfriend or my man or anything like that. Yeah, I do really feel like I am no vice in that part because I was married for so long.
Yeah, in a lot of my relationships, I'm good at helping people balance, and there's just, I see where they're lacking as far as like they're working too much and not giving the family member, their kids enough time or something like that. I try to slow them down and help them see like balance that situation out. Just given any situation, you know, that I see them lacking in, because I know eventually they're gonna help me anyway. So it's always a give and take in my situation, always, and I recognize it because I know where I'm falling off at, and where I need help. Yeah. I'm completely aware of that.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and I don't voice it all the time, and whenever they are helping me, I don't receive it well all the time, but I do understand that I do need that help.
Ooh, how do you accept? Like, how have you worked on accepting that? Because I have an issue with that too. Like, I'm always the giver, so like when I go out of my way to do stuff for people, and then I cringe when motherfuckers say, "I got you," and I'm like, "No, you don't." You know, like, or they pay for something, I'm like, "Where's my Zelle? I'm gonna pay you back," and they're like, "Nah, don't worry about it." I'm like,
The trust issue ain't there.
Well, you just have to start listening to what you preach. Honestly,
I mean.
In
The advice you give is the advice you live.
Yeah.
If you can give that advice and live that advice.
It's not going to be the same target goal of topic, but it all relates to one another, you know?
Another thing you have to do is you have to have that person to force you also. Like, I have a friend, she will break her neck to help somebody else. So she's thrown parties at her house. She's thrown birthday parties, graduation parties. Like, she will plan all of this, and then when it's time for something for her, oh, y'all don't have to do that. Shut the fuck up and accept it. Like, you have to have somebody who can meet you there and force you to accept it, because you're eventually going to pour your cup empty. Yeah. So just shut up and let somebody pour into you.
I felt that energy.
Yeah, like, and accept it. Like, people do stuff for you.
Oh, okay.
People do it for you because they care for you. So just let somebody care for you.
Yeah.
And that's all you got to do.
It's a process.
That was deep, y'all.
It's a process. People, you know, still working on it.
I think for most of us in this room,
all of us still working on it.
Because I know I'm working on it. I'm like, if my love languages, receiving is not one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you give me something, if you give me a birthday present, a Christmas present, something, it throws me off. Because I'm like, what? Oh, I should have got something. Right? Yeah, you know. So because that's not one of my love languages. My love language is, okay, well, let's hang out a little bit. Let's talk. Let's do, you know, my love language is way different. Yeah. So when I get gifts or when somebody does something for me, the first thing I think, there's got to be a motive. Got to be. What's the play?
Well,
I'm analyzing. I think it's the motive, right? But then it's how I grew up also. So I grew up mentally thinking, there's always an angle with somebody.
Yeah.
So, and I'm working my way out of that mentality because some people genuinely want to help you and be a person for you, or a friend for you.
Right.
Yeah. I have to work my way out of that. So right now, I'm even now at times I'm like, what's the motive? It got to be a play. I sit up all night. What the fuck was the play? I need what was the move?
Like, it got to be a play behind this. I just didn't see.
Just not because I'm so not used to somebody looking out for me like I would look out for them.
Yeah, and you know, I said and think about it. So like, we give, but when somebody try to give back to us, we look at them like, man, hold on, what you want, bro?
What you doing
What's wrong? What's wrong, bro?
No, it's odd. Like, it's hard because you feel like, all right, cool. You like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about you giving me stuff. I'm just used to giving to other people. Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. You receive.
It's hard.
How you do that?
But I tell you what got me to start shifting. Like you were saying, I give a lot. I still do, but not as much as I used to. I used to give, and then this one person came up to me and gave me a substantial amount of money, and I'm like, man, what the hell? It was just random. I was random. It was a dude too, father figure. Shut up. And he was like,
"Get your mind out the gutter."
Okay.
So he told me this money. Shut up. He told me this money. I was like, man, I can't take that. He said, look here, man. I'm not finna sit up here and let you stop my blessing. The Lord laid this on my heart to give it to you. This is my blessing. You limiting my return in a sense. Yeah. You got what I'm saying? Not saying he was giving it to me for his return, but that's just the nature of the beast. So he was like, man, with you denying this, you're stopping my blessing. So just take this. You do what you want to do with it. You can put it to the side or give it away. That's on you. But I did my part. Don't limit my what the Lord laid on my heart. So I really analyzed that and I paid attention to it. I'm like, you sure right. And then once I started giving and people started trying to push away. I was like, wow, they pushing away. First of all, and then second of all, I had to preach that same message to them. Yeah. You know, I'm giving it to you out of the kindness of my heart because that's what I choose to do, not because you asked. You know what I mean? So we just gotta be mindful of that and learn how to receive.
Okay.
Well, I think it does stem back to childhood because, like, for instance, my pops would do, you know, he doing fatherly things, right? And then the moment he get mad, he'd throw that shit up. Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of it come from, too. And I've realized that years ago, years now. But one of the reasons was I don't want you to say that you did anything for me because I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, I'd rather struggle.
Yeah, don't throw that in my face.
Because you throw that shit in my face, I'll give you the motherfucking shit back. Wrapped up the way you gave it to me.
Yeah, I'll throw that shit in your window. There go your shit.
Don't bring up the shit you did for me because at the time you said it was from the kindness of your heart, but the moment that switch flipped, you was like, oh, well, I did this. And I'm like, well, damn, daddy, ain't you my dad? Like, you was supposed to do that. Like, you could have easily, like, I could have left. Well, nigga, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it was those, like, I can't give you your sperm back, pops. I'm here. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So there's I think that is the stem for me. I can identify that, but I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of us are givers because of that. But then when it's time to receive, you cringe but my number one thing is do not bring shit you did for me, and I make it known like, hey, I'm gonna take this. I will accept it now. But I don't need you bringing that over my head.
That's one thing I can't stand.
Don't put it over the head.
Don't bring it back up. Like if I give you a shirt, I'm not finna every time I walk in. That's a nice shirt. Every time I walk in, you wear it. It's a nice shirt. Hey, I gave him that shirt. People like that, boy, I can't stand. I can't stand it, bro. So if you're gonna give and let it go, man. Don't carry on that.
Since you brought it up, appreciate the shirt.
But hey, man, it's a nice shirt, man.
I didn't give you that. I didn't give him that shirt.
It's a nice shirt, man. Be like, hey, man, it's a nice shirt, man.
It's a nice shirt, though. If you got any of them over there, how's your boy? Extra large, slimming up.
I'm the extra large.
All right. Hey. Got telephone? We got telephone message or something?
A telephone message?
Okay. So as we go on, so because of okay, now I'm confused as heck. I don't know. Okay, cool. So, is that just the issue with our community? Like, is that like our community mainly, or with some of the people that?
What are you talking about?
All of us at this table kind of have the same issue, and let's see,
my giving ways come for something different. So I wasn't afraid that my parents would take something back. For me, it was I give because in a way I'm trying to buy your love. Like, honest to God, because in a way, growing up for me, my parents weren't there. Like, my dad was never there. My mom, she had 5 kids before the age of 22, like I told y'all last week. So she was out there trying to party. Like, she was like, you know what, I wasted my teenage years. I'm out there trying to party. So for me, when I give, in a way, it's going back to not that I'm scared that you're going to throw it up in my face, but in a way, I'm giving so you can like me. Like, I want you to...
So you go above and beyond to be noticed.
Yes. Okay. So that's where, and then a lot of people my age have the same problem because we grew up where parents were, we all have young parents. And so our parents back in the 99 and 2000, they was, girl, you running with your fast years. So our parents went
check it out.
Trying to,
yeah, that shit nice.
Our young parents weren't trying to be parents. They were trying to go out and party and be the next Kardashians and all that other stuff. So a lot of people in my position, we have anxiety and we found ourselves over giving because we're trying to buy back that love that our parents neglected and tried to bring on later.
Damn.
I guess.
Yeah, that was deep. So, I wasn't ready for that.
I'm so sorry.
No, you good.
I mean,
that was good insight. I'm just saying I wasn't ready because that was really good insight. So we do appreciate that because you are absolutely right. Me having older kids now, I was kind of the same way. I wanted certain things in life and I want to see shit. And so parenting wasn't my back burner. I was an active parent, but on the other side of it, I'm young enough that I want to see stuff too, and we damn near growing up together at a certain point. I'm raising my kid, and I'm young enough where we raising each other together. I'm learning stuff, they learning stuff, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, shit, I've been raising kids all my life. Literally all my life. I'm talking about all my goddamn life. You know?
He just beat down when you see her. I mean, literally.
All my life.
All my life.
That's why he won't love now.
I raised my brothers and sisters and shit, you know, when I was knee-high to a tadpole, you know, I had responsibilities. Raised my kids the same way. So, you know, it's all couple steady, but, you know, 9 times out of 10, I don't expect shit back. I mean, shit. If you give it to me, you give it to me. You don't, I don't expect nothing back just because that's how I grew up. I grew up in the 70s. So, you know, we was.
Y'all was thugging.
Hey.
Y'all was trying to thug it out.
Hey, we was on the block with grandma. Grandma raised us, you know, so basically we was at grandma's house, so we had about 5, 10 other siblings, you know, cousins and everybody. Then everybody on the block is cousins, so basically, you know, the block raised us, you know, so that's literally what it was. So it was the street that raised us, and we just learned, keep it pushing.
So what was the question you was about to say?
I have no idea. No clue. It was about to
You
be
asked about you. You had asked. So you was about to go into saying like, is that a community-based issue? Because all of us.
Thank you. But she knew the question. She could have finished that. But is that?
No, I wanted that.
Is that for us more community based, right? Because I see that with us at this table, I wouldn't have guessed all of us, or most all of us would be like that, right? So because when I come with y'all, we fellowship, we break bread, and when I give, now if I give the wrong shit, I know I'm gonna get clowned about it. So.
I want to say yeah,
but on the other side of it, but other than that, when I'm in this room with y'all, I giving it, and I don't mind receiving because I know it's out of love. Yeah. So when we're out there with people and we're out there in the general world, is that more? Well, you know what? I interact more with my community than any other communities. So and I see that I think more often than not with our communities that you do have the takers. They out there. They can't wait to take it from you. Yeah. Excited. But then, you know, us givers, whether it's emotional or whatever, because sometimes we'll dump a lot of emotions on. We'll receive a lot of emotions. Now we won't give our emotions to people, but we'll receive their emotions because sometimes we listen. I think most of us are more listeners than anything. So we'll let you dump on us, and we'll receive that. That's the only thing we can receive, even if we don't know how to process it. We'll accept it. But then when you try to give us a gift, or you try to give us money, or you try to give us like you said, I don't know how to do that. But if the brother came and talked to you, you listen to him, right? You take that.
For sure.
I think is that more community based for us or for y'all? I don't know. I don't know how to phrase that question because I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't say it.
I think it's more just community for the way we was raised. I mean, the way our community is than other races and everything like that in all reality, you know, with me having, I got a whole bunch of multiple races in my family, you know, like I got white uncles, my stepdad's white, got a couple Asian kids and a whole bunch like that. I mean, so, but if you look at their family structure, it's totally different. They don't, theirs is a little bit different. They don't have the dumping on or just the, what I'm trying to say, the.
Yeah, I think we move with it.
So when you were saying community like black folks, are you saying community like black folks?
Yeah.
I would say that is a big issue with our community. I majored in history, so I can trace it back for you, but that's not how we as a people move. Whereas if you have them old New York Jewish community, they literally, hey, we're going to start this business. We all going to put into it. We're going to get it up and running. Then we're going to get you kicked off. They get it up and running. The money cycles. Even when you go back and study money cycles.
Yeah.
Money in the black community stays there 5 hours.
Maybe.
Asian community is 6 to 7 days. Like
Same.
Hispanic community, Mexicans, Latinos, 4 to 5 days. Here, 15 minutes.
Can't wait to get across that freeway.
Well, I think it goes into we were brought up on survival. and survival has no reciprocity.
Nope.
So it's you know, we act as a community. We have community in a sense, but we don't have reciprocity because everybody has the crab in the barrel mentality. I'm gonna go to the top. I don't give a fuck about the next person because it was my time. But instead, not saying that that's a bad thing per se, but because we survive the trenches of just the bondage we have as a community, when one person finally makes it, it's hard for you to go back and reach out to the other people because you got that uncle like, man, I was there when I was helping you dribble your ball. You like, nigga, you went in the gym with me when I was shooting 26 hours at a time. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I was that one day, you know, and so I think that's where it really comes from is the survival aspect is like, how do we break that so that we can start having cyclical, you know, traditions to where it's wholesome, it's not trauma.
I think the younger generation, honestly, is doing a very good job of trying to change the family dynamic in our communities. But I feel like with the older generation, like with my mom's generation, I feel like we can't really blame them. Like, for them, for what they did, they kind of did their best. Like, honest to God, for growing up, they had parents who were stuck in old ways. Like, going back, like he said, historically, we did not have a community. And every time we turned around, they were passing laws and doing things to where we could not build. And every time we built something, they bought it down. So it's like, and then every time we did it as a community, they got even madder. And so even with the even with the white mentality of us coming up, they were like, okay, there was a house nigga versus the field niggas. They always
that's light skin versus dark skin. That's what we had now.
They always
that's what they had now. Go ahead.
Yeah, they always taught us to put one ahead of the other, not work together. Yeah. And so we're still growing. All the laws and things that our parents and grandparents had to grow up with was still pitting against each other. And we're still not even there with the stuff that's happening today, like Joyce Floyd and all that. We're still not to a point to where we all are together. So I really don't blame the older communities because they couldn't help it, but I do feel like it's changing. I really do.
Actually, truthfully, I blame us. I blame me and Keelan's error. Because real talk. I'll tell you like this. Because basically, what happened was after we had kids, we was like, hey, we're not gonna raise our kids the way our parents raised us.
Yeah.
And so basically, we tried to be friends with our kids, and which that really.
It's not a good concept.
It's not a good thing because we lost certain structures, dynamics, values, and stuff. So basically, I can say it's really me and Keelan's era that really fucked it off for.
But y'all are also, I'm not your little friend era. I
ain't gonna let you out of there.
But nah.
What she say? What was
y'all
the era?
are also that I'm not your little friend era. So I'm so confused because
no.
But you know what we did? One thing we did is that our parents still let us have a village. We stopped having a village.
Yes.
So you can't whoop my kid. But when we was coming up, I get that ass whooping up the street, get that ass whooping over here, and get it here. But then when we started growing up, it was like you can't touch my kid. We stopped letting our village help.
But y'all are forgetting why some of y'all parents, y'all are still not y'all are not being considerate of your parents' trauma or your trauma. Like literally, some of y'all parents didn't want the village raising the kid because the village wasn't always right, and the village had beat them down so much because they didn't want the village raising their kid. They wanted to raise their kid the way they wanted to raise their kid.
What he's saying is, it has nothing to do with our parents. Basically, we chose that, hey, we don't want nobody hitting our kids.
Yeah.
But why did you make that decision, though?
Just because
we
didn't.
Just because we didn't like it.
So y'all didn't like it.
But we needed it, and it was necessary.
Yeah, if you look back, when we look back on it,
I'm not at the point in my life that when I thought I still think it's necessary.
You'll never understand
that. You never
whoop my 3-year-old. So
you will never.
I'm not mature enough for that.
No, it has nothing to do with maturity. But you'll never see that because you didn't grow up in it. See, because basically your mom grew up with us, so basically your mom said, "Hey, I'm not going to do this to my child." But what she failed to understand was, actually getting some of that discipline, getting some of that asshole from Miss Jones down the street when you fucked up.
Yeah.
That shit was necessary.
And then she walk you home and say, look, I had to be the ass because what? You did what? Not Miss Jones whooped your ass, but you did what? And you got another whooping.
That was necessary, though.
Very necessary.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
and it's not always it wasn't always getting a beat down. It was that Miss Jones knows that you was over there fucking off. And you wasn't supposed to because you was down the street or away from your boundary line doing some shit that if daddy seen you doing that, he was gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. What it was is like the community held each child accountable. Yeah. And now when you try to hold a child accountable, the parent want to side with the child instead of siding with the adult. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
And then two, let's say I see Keelan out somewhere. I'm a kid. I see Keelan out somewhere, and I'm fucking up. Keelan see me fucking up, and I look at him. I can stop, be like, oh shit, I know I'm in trouble already. It's gonna beat me home.
Yeah.
So it's not always they was beating you in the street. Oh,
my bad. It's not always they was beating you in the street. No. Oh, it died. It's not always we beating you in the street or got beat because I know I didn't get whooping by nobody outside my family.
Shit, I did.
But the problem was people feared my pops in the city. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or they knew my mom because my mom was a hairdresser and everybody got her hair done at least once by her. So if I did anything, it was going back to the source. Yeah. And my daddy's ass whooping, he had a thick ass belt with a Playboy bunny on the buckle. I didn't have no problem. No, I'm not getting my ass whooping. He did it in syllables. I told your motherfucking ass to sit the fuck down. Yeah. I didn't want that. I had PTSD. I still have PTSD
Knock
to this day. Exactly. Yeah. Knock the piss out you, type shit. So I didn't need an additional person whooping me. So I didn't even have that issue. It was somebody holding me accountable or seeing me, knowing damn well by Monday I'm getting fucked up.
Yeah. So, well, not only that, it's just like you go around the corner or you go down the street because you know you got room to act up, but then you don't know. Hey, Miss Carter right here. She know your mama. They go to church together, and she done. But you can't run fast enough. So once you see her lock eyes with you, you already know the game. You can't get back to the house before they got back to the house.
Especially for young ladies. I know for guys too, but especially young ladies. They also knew the weird dude in the neighborhood. Yeah. And you better get your ass away from her.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, and so that was the level of protection that you had that we wouldn't have.
And our parents didn't have to worry about that because they knew people in the neighborhood had their eyes on us.
Yeah. Couldn't go
and
nowhere
if we were doing something that we weren't supposed to do, they knew people in the neighborhood would correct us and then come back and let them know what happened. And then you got to get beat when you get to the house.
Yeah, everybody know who the weird dude was. Yeah. Everybody know who crazy dude was. Everybody knows like, hey.
But they wouldn't call out.
They just let you know, hey, don't be over there.
Yeah. So
you don't need to be over there.
Yeah. So and one thing we did, and I say as a parent, I think we failed our young generation. That's what I said. We failed. We took that community from them. Yeah. Because we didn't want now they go to school and fight the teacher. Look up, they fight the teacher. My mom never wouldn't fight the teacher. My mom, she listened to the teacher, looked at me, said, "What? Okay, so you did what?" And the teacher 9 times out of 10 wasn't lying.
No.
9 times out of 10. So what? No point in being mad at the teacher. But now they go through, like say, your mom wouldn't fight the teacher. Mine didn't do it. Mine didn't do it.
The cold part is, my mad teacher popped the shit out of me in the back of my head one time. Came home, told my mom, I was like, Mom, whoop her ass. So mama called the teacher and was asking her what was going on. She was like, I understand, because I be having the same problem with her at the house. Now, wait, hold the fuck up.
But then again, too, you got to remember, back when me and Keelan was in school, I don't know about you. I don't know if Marlon might have just missed it. We were still able to get ass whoopers in school. Yeah, we're still literally able to get ass whoopers in school. Yeah. No, I'm talking about you get the paddle, you get the pencil on the knuckles, you get the rulers. I mean, shit.
The principal had the paddle in the office.
Yeah, you was able to get hit by the teacher.
Coaches had one, but then we used to be in the classrooms with the windows on the doors. Man, I remember sitting in my chair one day acting up, and I just happened to look at that window. My mama was looking in, boy. I was like, oh. So they made all the kids put their head down like this, and she got me in front of the whole class. You want to act up in front of the class? I'm going to whoop you. I'm going to whoop you in front of the class, and told my ass up, boy. Boy, you should see me at recess.
That's
Boy, I
my
was
next
mad.
question. Like, public embarrassment. So y'all know that is a very big topic now about parents publicly embarrassing their kids. Like they will mess up.
Don't fuck up.
Callie said,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. No, it's not trauma. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not trauma. I've gotten embarrassed in public, and the thing about it is, it's more embarrassing for your parents to see you acting up because they know they raised you better. And at the end of the day, you know you was raised better. So you
would you shave your child's head? Like these parents are shaving their head and things like that.
Nah, I wouldn't do nothing like that, but
limit on public embarrassment.
Hell no, because shit.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
So
Hold on. I got kicked in the motherfucking in Target. Drop kick for being online. Pick him up. Pick him up the phone. I know I got drop kick. You know, then what you do on the phone? You know, playing on the phone. Then my mama. Then I also got
Y'all had phones when you was a kid?
No. I'm talking.
We had to start tag phones.
No, not those phones. I'm talking about the little PA phones, nigga. I'm playing on the PA phone in
the damn store.
In the stove.
Oh, the PA system.
Yolanda said the new age trauma stuff, you get corrected where you act up. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My daddy used to come into the games, into the school. My dad had long curly hair. The back of it straightened out. My dad still looked like he was a 1983 punk rap. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, he a thug, but had the jerk curl at the top, straight in the back. Look, yeah. So my daddy would come in. He had two, 3 gold chains. He had 2, 3 gold chains. Slick Rick. That's really Rick. You know, Rick James type shit. Come in. Stacey Adams shoes. Chris jeans. Trench coat. And sunglasses. It'd be fucking nighttime with sunglasses on. And everybody, but I got embarrassed though. So the embarrassment, since we talking about embarrassment, my dad got called Blade. My daddy got called Shaft. My daddy got, like, seriously, the whole, you could hear a pin drop when my pop used to walk in the game. And it'd be several hundred people at the game. Halftime hit, he walk in, everybody get fucking quiet like it's the Undertaker walking in at the WWE before the lights flash. That's it. He was. So just imagine, just seeing that image, just imagine the embarrassment, just even if you didn't get in trouble. You didn't want to get in trouble with a nigga like that at all. So even the kids who knew me didn't want to get in trouble by that man type shit. So the public embarrassment, I feel like, was positive in my generation for men, like, for people like that. Even though, in my opinion, like, my daddy was extreme as shit, but to this day, I be like, but he kept me from a lot of shit. I wasn't the girl who a dude could sneak in the house. It wasn't gonna happen type stuff. I couldn't be in the streets doing any of the frivolous shit, running up and down the street breaking in people's houses or breaking cars or doing anything like that. Why? Because I had this nigga to go home to. And if I did, he was holding a grudge like a bitch. So, you know what I'm saying? So if I got in trouble today about some shit, I had to hear it for at least a couple weeks before it died down. And if you got pissed off again and brings it back up, I'm in trouble again. So
you beefing with him, you beefing forever.
And he like that with everybody. It don't go away. So, like, I feel consistent. So I say that to say I'm not against public embarrassment, because I feel like it will change the kids' mental to where it's like, I don't want to do this again. Now a lot of these kids nowadays are a little slow. So and you might have to do it a couple times, or you may have to redirect your approach. But I feel like in that instance, me growing up, all you had to do was whoop my ass 2-3 times, and I got the picture. I'm not immune to. I don't need, like. But I'm just saying, some people.
No, here we go.
There's kids out there who need ass whoopings every day, and it don't work.
I got one for you. I'm on the block. My mama called me. She said, "Hey, come home." I'm looking at y'all. I ain't going home right now. She come down. My mom was only 5'2". about 110 pounds.
She knocked your ass out your shoes, then.
Boy, boy, when I say she came down, I'm talking shit. Next thing I do, I look up, her foot on my throat. my niggas like, hey, we told you to take your ass home, nigga. I'm like, nigga, fuck y'all, nigga. I'm going home, nigga.
I was going home anyway, just later.
After that, Miles was like, she can check anybody. Mm-hmm. Anybody see my moms, they was doing something wrong, Miles knew that they was gonna get checked by moms. Yep. It was like, hey, foot to the neck, or she gonna hit you with something hard, and that's just what it was. But she.
And when you wake up, she gonna be.
And I'm talking about the hardest niggas, big niggas, swole, hood niggas carry guns. Hey, leave the gun in don't bring that in my house.
That's respect.
Yeah, there was.
Don't bring that in my house.
That was community. She being a part of y'all community and being part of your neighborhood.
Yeah, she was a mama.
She was mama. So when she pulled up, she also probably made sure they ate.
She fed everybody and whatever.
Yeah, so it was that just being part of the community. So. Yeah,
that was a safe space.
Yeah, it was
a safe space.
Yeah, it was safe as can be because you was in the hood. But I get what you're saying. And mine, like I said, mine was the same way. So mine, but mine had the fathers and the mothers. So the mothers looked out for me, the fathers looked out for me, and they looked out for my team. Now, was we hard head? Yeah. Did we make some dumbass decisions? Yeah. Absolutely. But on the other side of it, we did get the advice we needed. Yeah. We just chose not to listen. Like I was hard headed, so I need to hear it 2-3 times. Yeah. Simply because I need to see if that fat meat really was greasy. Yeah. I don't think it's greasy. I need to. By third time, I'm like, you know what? You might be right about this. But I need at least 3 times because I think I'm slick, right? Yeah. So, but on that note,
in your mind, you think you got another way to do it, and you be like, nah, that's okay. Maybe they was telling me don't do it this way. Let me try it this way. Yeah, you don't know. He been out the game too long. He don't even know.
It's 1992. We got new ways to do it.
Yeah, then
and it
you
worked
come up
out
with
just like he said.
Same thing he said happened 3 times.
Same
and you was like, hey, maybe he know what he talking about.
All right, y'all. So on that note, right? So we at the top of the hour, actually. So yeah, this been a nice. So one thing I can say, man, potential is potential mirage. When you're dating somebody, meeting somebody, is that a mirage? I think that we all came to the conclusion that it can be. It not necessarily is, but we've all, I guess, been in the desert and seen that little island that's in the desert simply because it's so hot, and you think it's actually a lake or something, and now it's still saying, baby, it's a mirage. So it can be a mirage, and when it comes to potential, when you see people and you meet people and you're trying to get them to realize their potential, you can't forget yourself. Because I think sometimes, like y'all said earlier, you got caught up so much in yourself or caught up in the dick or the pussy or whatever that you tend to. You did. You're like, what? Come on back. You know what? He still might got it.
That was awesome. I know. We wasn't talking about.
So, yeah, but no.
We ain't gotta bring that back.
Okay, well, my bad. But yeah, but we all realize that we've all at some point tried to help somebody realize their potential. We have done at points. I think people have also helped us, and they may have gotten us places that we might not have been. I know I've been places I might not have been based on that, right? So it's potential a mirage. Yeah, it can go either way.
Sometimes.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's not definitive. It can be.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. The next thing, it's not supposed to be, but it is. Yeah. And finally and lastly, I want to apologize because yes, we did lose our villages, and I think especially with Erica, Scarlett was saying. Escalerica. Scarlett was saying, when we came to raising styles and raising children, at some points her generation feels like our generation failed her, and that's true to a degree. On the other side of it, like I said, we felt like we need to get away from our villages because we didn't like we didn't appreciate the village. It was not that we didn't like it, we didn't appreciate it. Growing up older now, I appreciate what they did.
Yeah. At the time, we
didn't appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't appreciate it, and then I don't fuck with her like that. I don't fuck with him like that. Now we looking back like, you know what? But the cat was sharp, but she was smart, and so there's that. So I do think we need to get back to our villages. I don't know how to do that. because that comes with, as King Earl said, you know, we not even recirculating our dollar in our community. Yeah. So if we're not trusting our money in our community, how are we gonna trust our people in our community? Yeah. You know, so we have to actually spit fool. So,
but hey, I'll say this though: you start that by talking to your neighbor. There's so many people that really don't know their neighbors, bro. True. No more. Just all you gotta do is talk to your community, talk to your neighbors, and it spark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. Like the new neighborhood I moved into, we do that. We do that. Like the new people just moved into their house. They walked over to mine like, hi. And at first I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like what is this? But it was kind of refreshing to have. Like I wake up and go out in my front yard, water the grass. Hey, what's going on in my robe? And they doing the same shit. It's like really dope because I never thought I'd be doing that shit.
Yeah, because basically that's what we did back in the day. You know, we talked to our neighbors like, hey, so everybody on the block knew each other. So basically, hey, I'm gonna be gone. Watch the house.
Trust that.
Yeah.
As opposed to I be going to be like.
Now you ease out. Middle of the night. Cut the light. Leave the light on in the kitchen.
Act like you're scared.
Yeah, leave light on the TV. Just
So that actually leads into a potential topic for next week. Do y'all think social media has something to do with that? Because
100%.
never mind, we'll go next.
Write that on the board.
Write that on the board.
So we can remember that. Next week we might have that one. So on that note, say, look here, we're going to say our goodbyes. If you got something once again coming up, I know you got Majestic Gents Entertainment coming up. Let's say our goodbyes. I want to appreciate everybody that tuned in. Hey, everybody that tunes in every week, we appreciate y'all. So thank y'all. Like, subscribe. Hey, tell your cool friends and your not so cool friends because they may learn something from us. Because we got a lot of knowledge, man. We don't even talk to people until we come here because we want to give y'all all this knowledge on one day. So before we stop streaming, let's say our goodbyes. So we're going to start on my left-hand side. What you got going on? And if your social media, let's do it.
Once again, this is Superman, aka Marlon, aka Superman of Majestic Gents Entertainment.
Marlon.
Hey, it takes
Clark Kent.
It takes on a name. Majestic Gents Entertainment. You can find me on Instagram at Majestic Gent or Facebook at Superman Smith. We do each and every Friday at Club Manhattan. Also, next week on the 15th, I'll be out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So check us out.
Hey, Jackie. Jackie said she's been talking to her neighbor for a couple hours, learned a lot. Hey, you have to do that sometimes. I'm Nicole, cousin of the Red Room. I don't have anything going on. Y'all don't got to follow me.
Say y'all have to follow her. You're going to be bored.
I'm Scarlett. Scarlett.
I apologize, Scarlett.
And please don't forget to follow the Red Room on Snapchat, TikTok. It's at the Red Room Dallas TV. All social media websites. Please follow us, you guys. Thank you so much.
This your girl J Bay again, and I'm again the Vanilla Bean of the Red Room. August 12th, we have the Glow Paint and Sip. Huh?
Glow Paint?
Yeah, I made it clear. I am still the Vanilla Bean.
Nobody said you wasn't.
Y'all be putting me with the mocha shit. Anywho, August 12th is the Glow Paint and Sip. Trying to change it up a little bit. We still have a live music going to be there. Eventbrite will be up and running tonight, and get your tickets. $40, but you get hors d'oeuvres, baby.
What's d'oeuvres?
I feed you, and you come paint. Hors d'oeuvres, yes. Yes. So follow me on official_Coach JBay24 if you got any questions, and be on the lookout for Eventbrite. The event will be published with the Red Room _Dallas. What is it? Beacon? Is that what we use? Right? Is the beacon for events?
Red Room RedRoomDallas.org.
Yes. And the event will be published there soon as well.
It's King Earl in the building. I ain't got nothing going on. Again, my birthday is July 25th.
And you free all summer.
I'm outside and I ain't got no kids for the rest of the summer.
And a Hummer.
Just in case.
Motherfucker drink gas, man.
He driving that Hummer, baby.
He like long walks in the park, baby.
This kind of Cali Smooth, hat connoisseur and cigar person in the Red Room. I ain't got nothing going on. I'm just slow motion.
He said he chocolate.
And this is Keelan. Once again, LifestyleUnlimited.club. If you mention here tonight, go to the website. Mention in there that you saw it on the show. Make sure you get a 1 month free subscription on there. Come to the Red Room. We do like people to come down and be in the audience. So if you got time, come down. If you got any topics, reach out to one of us. We would definitely consider your topic. And if you want to come and talk about your topic, we'll get you on here. We do want guests. We do like guests because everybody's perspective is amazing. Everybody's is different. And all of y'all are cool people, man. So on that note, we're going to ride out. Thank you for coming to the Red Room Talk Show. Stay real, stay strong, and follow us on everything. And catch us in the morning. Peace. Yeah, we on